Hi, Verbling. Hope you're all having a great day. We are going to practice some pronunciation today in our class. Sorry, I'm starting in a minute late. I hope that's not a problem for anyone. Hope you're all having a great day. Okay. We're having some people join. Oh, Natsia, you're here.
Hi. Hello again.
Hello again. I'm glad you're here. I'll let you go first this time, so I'll give you some more time.
Yeah. No, I like I like the way you're teaching us.
Good. I'm really glad to hear that. That's really good feedback.
That's very useful.
Pardon me?
Very useful.
Good.
It's very useful.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very happy to hear that. Hi, Andrew. How are you doing today? Oh, Andrew, I think that you have your mute on. It would be this where on your screen. So, sorry, this plays on your screen. So there's going to be a little red thing that looks like a... Oh, sorry, Natsi, I'm still hearing that echo coming from you, so I'm going to mute you for a second. Andrew, you might be on mute, so you'll have to click the red button that's on your screen over there. It will look like a little microphone with a line through it. For some reason, I can't hear you. But I'm hearing some kind of static from you. Maybe your microphone isn't working. I'm not sure, because I can hear something coming from you. I'm hearing a buzzing sound. I'll give you a second to figure that out. Hi, Audrey. How are you doing today? Audrey? Audrey, can you hear me? Audrey?
Hello, I hear you. Yes, hello.
Oh, good. Great. I'm glad you hear me.
Sorry,
how are you doing?
I don't have videos. Sorry.
You don't have...
Web camera.
Oh, that's okay. That's no problem. We can still have class with you. And we have a few people. Igor, you're back. Hi, Igor.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
How about you?
Good, good. Glad you're back. Glad to see you back.
Glad to see you too.
And we have Dimitri. Hi, Dimitri.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. And who else do we have? We have Maria. Hi, Maria.
Hi, I have to close the other window. Just a second. So
no problem.
Yeah.
And Max, you're back. Hi, Max. Oh, for some reason I didn't hear what you said there. Can you try saying that one more time?
I am great, thank you.
Good. Very glad to hear that. And Natasha, you're back as well. Hi.
Yes, I am. Hi.
Hi. And Omar, how are you doing, Omar? Omar, can you hear us? Omar. Okay, we'll come back to you. And then we have...
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
I can hear you.
Hi, Omar. There might be a bit of a delay, but that's okay. How are you doing today?
Okay, I'm doing fine. Since the class is about pronunciation, I'd like to ask you a question about the pronunciation of the word architecture. Is it pronounced in some ways, in some other ways, architecture in lecture?
Yes. Texture, spelt like this. There's texture.
No, architecture.
Architecture. Like this?
Yes.
Yep, so that's pronounced architecture. Architecture.
Yes, some people pronounce it architecture, or it's a wrong way of pronunciation.
It's kind of, in English, we say tomato, tomato. And that means that it doesn't really matter That's one of those words that some people decide to say architecture and others say architecture. It's more correct to say architecture, but some people do say architecture, even though they've been speaking English their whole lives. So it wouldn't necessarily be wrong to say it that way. Another similar word to that is schedule. There's schedule, but some people say it schedule. Schedule. So I'm just writing it down here. So some people say that word a little differently. They'll say schedule or schedule, but either one is okay. Okay, and does that answer your question, Omar?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. And then we have Denek. Is that Zdenek?
I'm Zdenek.
Denek. Is that how you say that?
Zdenek.
Zdenye.
Yeah.
Zdenye, like that? Okay, I'll try to remember that. How are you doing today?
My English teacher has problem with saying my name.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
I know my name is hard to pronounce in English.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. You're trying to pronounce in English, so I'll try to pronounce in your language. Who haven't we said hello to yet? We've said hello to most of you. Okay, good. So I'd like to just get started pretty much right away so I can give everyone some time. So what is anybody new to Verbling? Has anybody never done Verbling before? No? Good. So you're going to go to your left and click on Google Drive, and I'm going to screen share my document. So if you don't want to go to the document, and you can just stay on my face, and I'm going to screen share it in just a minute. Okay, and screen share. So can everyone see that on my screen? So you can either open it up in front of you, or you can just look at, you can just click on my face at the bottom of your screen there.
Yes.
Okay, we're all good. Great. So let's get started right away. Natsia, I said that you could go first. So why don't you start us off at the front of that paragraph?
Okay. Do you still hear my echo? Because I already changed my headphone.
No, it's much better now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, the history of Google from Garrett-based business to the search engine. And Google, the leading search engine worldwide.
Natsia?
Yeah?
Do you want to stop at the end of every sentence just so that I can kind of correct you as we go along?
Okay.
Okay, so first off, that word up there that starts with a G is garage.
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 Good, good. And continue.
Okay, garage-based business to the first search engine.
Okay,
Google.
when you see that number sign, we say number one.
Number one.
So that little sound, that little sign is the number sign. So you say it like number. So you'll say from garage-based so garage-based business to number one search engine. Try that one again.
Okay. From garage-based business to number one search engine.
Good, much better.
Okay. Google, the leading search engine worldwide, was founded in 1998 by Stanford University graduate students Laurie Page and Sergey Brin. While at Stanford in 1996, Page and Brin began developing a search engine. They eventually entitled Backrub. This search engine was designed to look at the connecting links between the pages in order to determine a site authority. In 1998, Page and Green set up their first data center in Page dorm.
You were right the first time. Pages.
Pages.
Pages dorm.
Pages dorm.
Good. Okay, I'm putting some words here in the chat for you, so I want you to repeat those for me.
University.
So when you say university, in English we kind of skip over that first I in that word. So you would pronounce that more like university. University.
University.
So instead of university, say it as if it was university. Not e.
University. University.
Good.
University.
Good. Say the next one for me.
Graduate.
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 So try to get that sound. Graduate.
Graduate.
Good.
Graduate.
Good. Okay, and now say the next one for me.
Larry.
So that is a very common name, and it is actually pronounced Larry.
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 Larry. Wow,
good.
It's pretty difficult.
That's okay. That's okay. It's good. I'm gonna take off screen share for a quick second. So see when you're making those R sounds, you can't see my tongue when I say the but when I say the L, think about sticking your tongue out like this at somebody. Okay? You're gonna go Larry. The L is when you stick your tongue right out of your mouth.
Larry.
Yes, exactly. So if you're ever like, just stick your tongue out of your mouth and the sound will just come. So say this for me.
Lauren.
Good, good. So whenever you're making that sound, that L sound, just remember that the R is just in your mouth. So R, you can't even see my tongue. Yep. And
like you have to roll your tongue into your mouth.
Yep. Your R, it's like you're making your tongue go further back. So it's like you're lifting your tongue up to the top of your mouth, whereas for L, you're sticking it out. So if you think of an L, it's like one line. You're just going to stick that line right out of your mouth. Oh. And then, good, right? Okay. And I'll go back to screen share. Okay, let's continue. So can you say the next one for me after Larry?
Yes.
So can you say the next one after Larry for me?
Sorry. Green.
So that would just be Bryn. It's the same as the university. Sometimes that I sound is just eh. Yeah, so Bryn.
Bryn.
Bryn. And you can say the next two together.
Larry Bryn.
Oh, no, I mean engine pages.
Okay, engine pages.
Good. That was good. That was much better. Okay. Okay, we have to move on a little bit. We won't be able to do much comprehension if we're doing pronunciation. So let's go to Natasha.
Yes.
Natasha.
With the encouragement of fellow Stanford alum David Philo, who started Yahoo a few years earlier, Paige and Bryn decided to start a company and started looking for investors to back them. Andy Bechtolsheim, one of the founders of Sun Microsystems, invested $100,000 in the company after receiving a demo of their search technology. Eventually, the pair raised over $1 million. Should I continue?
1 second. No, that's good. I'm writing down some words I want you to repeat. Okay. Can you repeat that first one for me?
I can see it.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that you can't.
Oh, no. Looking.
Okay, so that sound is not looking, it's looking. That sound. Looking.
Looking.
Yep, so you can say to me now, I was looking out my window.
I was looking out my window.
Good, that's really good. So it's much better than that looking. And then next, say the next one for me, please.
100,000.
Yes, so when you say that T sound, I'm going to take off screen share again. When you say that th, yeah, that's another one that you stick your tongue out of your mouth. So we've got our L and we've got our th. When you see that TH, the thousand, it should sound like thousand. Exactly. So keep reminding yourself. Exactly. Keep reminding yourself anytime you see those TH sounds. So I'm going to give you another one.
Okay. Raised.
Can you say this sentence I just put in there, Natasha?
Yes. I can't see it yet, not yet.
Oh, okay. That's okay. So say the next one then that you can see, the one that starts with an R.
Raised.
Good, raised. Okay, good. And then the next one.
Million.
Million, good. That's very much like Natsia's words before. When you say that I sound, it's actually million. And
Million.
you've got, yes, million. Million, not million.
Okay.
So million. Good. Good. Okay.
Like interesting?
Exactly. Exactly that sound. Interesting, million, university.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So yes, Natasha, just work on getting those THs because sometimes it takes a lot of concentration at first. Even when you say the, it should be the, not duh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to Max. So Max, I'm going to go back to my screen share for you. And maybe you can start at Google Inc. was established.
Okay. Google Inc. was established on September 7, 1998 in a French garage in Menlo Park, California. Page and Brin hired their first employee, Craig Silverstein, who was later to become Google's director of technology.
Can you give me 1 second? I don't know why my screen share isn't working. Start screen share. But it's not, you guys can't see my, oh, I see what's going on. Okay. I'm so sorry, Max. Okay. When you say that Google Inc., that's Google Inc., not ink. So I, not E. Can you say that one more time?
Ink.
Much better. Just try kind of to get that I sound as opposed to E. And I think this is a very common problem. So it's all about training your mouth and training the muscles in your mouth and your tongue to make that I sound, not E. Okay. For this one, my biggest advice for you is sometimes you roll your tongue. So can you say that, can you start at Page and Bryn? Just read that over again. Max?
Yeah.
Can you read that over again for me?
Again.
Just
okay.
read over starting at Page and Bryn.
Google Inc. was established on September 7, 1998 in a French garage in Menlo Park, California.
Okay, 1 second. So that is called garage. Garage. Do you know what a garage is?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's garage, not garage. So can you say that again?
Garage.
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 Good. Good. And when you said September, can you say that one more time?
What?
September.
September.
Okay, I'm going to show you I'm going to get off screen share for a second. So when you do your R sounds, I notice that your tongue is rolling right there on the back of your teeth. So you're going September, and your tongue is actually moving. You need to lift your tongue up like this at the back when you make the R sound. So you're used to having your tongue close to the top, close to the back of your teeth, but you need to hold it back so it doesn't roll. So try September, but pull your tongue back when you make that sound. Try it again.
September.
One more time.
September.
Do you see what I mean? When you pull your tongue back, it doesn't roll as much?
Yeah, as you see.
Try it one more time.
September.
Good. So I can still hear a little bit of roll, but a lot less. So that's much better. Say this word for me.
September?
No, say the one after that.
What?
Can you see in the chat?
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Timber. Time.
Tim. Say it one more time.
Timber.
So, see, your tongue is just, it's wanting so bad. Your tongue is telling you, no, I want to touch your teeth. I want to roll on your teeth, right? It wants to vibrate on your teeth. That's what makes that sound. But you need to tell your tongue, stop it.
Okay.
You are not allowed to do that anymore. You take your tongue and push it. It's going to, instead of looking, it won't look like this anymore. It's going to look like this. You see that? So
Yeah.
the further back it is, the less roll you're going to get. So try saying this one. I just put another one in there for you.
Remember.
Good. Say it one more time.
Remember.
Good. So now you're really getting that R at the end, and now you can start working with R's at the beginning of a word. So see that? Not so you can't roll at the beginning of the words either. So it has to be remember. Remember. One more time.
Remember.
Okay, so getting much better. So keep practicing that. When you're at home, when you're in the car, practice doing those R sounds. Okay, I'm going to go back to screen share. Okay, and let's go to Igor.
You skipped Maria.
Oh, I skipped someone. Maria. Okay,
Hi.
Maria. Hi, Maria.
Thank you,
Okay,
Igor.
Sorry,
welcome.
Maria. I didn't mean it personally.
It's okay.
Great, so Maria, maybe you can start out in their humble beginnings.
Okay. In their humble beginnings, Google served over 10,000 queries a day and quickly gained a reputation as a trustworthy source of information. But in 1999, it was serving 500,000 queries a day, and the company moved from the unassuming four walls of a garage to the now mega Googleplex headquarters in Mountain View, California.
Great.
Mountain.
No, that was good. So, great pronunciation there, Maria. Can you just repeat a couple words for me?
Yeah, reputation.
Reputation, good. Okay, next one.
Queries.
Queries, yes. So that's good.
Yes.
The only advice I have for you is I find that when you're reading in the paragraph, your R's roll just a little bit. But I can see you're really trying to reduce them. So that's good. Whatever you're doing is good if they're just rolling a little bit.
Yeah, I have a rolling R in my native language, so I have to practice that as well.
That's okay. That's okay. And that's what I mean. So just remember telling your tongue, no, you are not allowed to touch my teeth anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're making the R sound, you have to just pull it back so it's not touching your front teeth at all, and it's like almost up at the top of your mouth.
Yeah.
And it's making a really funny shape in your mouth. Okay,
Yeah.
can you say that third word there?
Mega.
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 Good. Mega. And the next one.
Headquarters.
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 Headquarters. Headquarters. Good. And also, sometimes when you make your T, I find that sometimes it's almost like this sound, like a t, like a t, as opposed to the very smooth t. I find it's almost like a D sometimes. So like headquarters. Headquarters.
It should be T.
Yes, instead of because do you know what I mean? So like, for example,
Yeah, I know what you mean, but sometimes it's more like a D sound, like in butter, pattern. So I'm just trying to figure out where to pronounce the T and where to pronounce the D. Like.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? That's what practice does for you. The more practice, you'll start recognizing words and you'll just remember how to do them. And yeah. But try doing this. Try saying that for me.
The tree tumbled down. The tree tumbled down. The tree tumbled down.
I'm going to show you my my demonstration.
Yeah, that's great.
So instead of doing, your T's are really far back in your mouth. You're doing this. Yeah. And your tongue is almost in the middle of your top palate. The palate is the roof of your mouth.
Yeah,
you want your T's to be on your front teeth. So for your R's, not allowed to touch the teeth. But for your T's, in English, they really almost touch the front teeth. So try doing T.
T.
Do you see that?
T.
And now...
Yeah, I haven't thought about that earlier.
Good, I'm glad.
Tree tumbled down. The tree tumbled down.
Much better. So do you see how that makes such a difference? So instead of saying the tree tumbled, that's more of a D sound. It's very, very smooth T. The tree tumbled down.
But you say it your way again. The tree tumbled down.
The tree tumbled down. The tree tumbled down.
Yeah, it's very helpful when you explain where to put the tongue in your mouth.
As long as I don't look too silly when I do it.
No. It's really great.
It's great. It's great.
Yay! Okay, let's move on to, if you don't mind, I'm going to move on, Maria.
Yes.
Okay, let's get, who was next? Igor?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll get to everyone. So Igor, oopsies, screen share. So Igor, why don't you read for us? Let's start at Google Achieved.
Okay. Google achieved praise and publicity as news spread rapidly through online and offline media, as well as their receipt of numerous awards and recommendations. Their audience continued to grow along with their reputation for effectiveness, relevance, speed, and reliability.
Okay. You had a couple hard words in there. So, can you say the first one there for me that I put in the chat?
Praise.
Praise, good. So praise.
Praise.
Okay, praise. I can see that your tongue is very, very stubborn. So try, again, sometimes that tongue wants to be moving when you're making that R sound.
If you want, you can show on the screen. I will look on you.
Sure. Okay, so I'm going to get off screen share. So when you say that R sound, I feel like your tongue is hitting one place and then going back onto your teeth. So it's going praise, 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 right? So it's like going one place and then moving. So it's going You want your tongue to stay So instead of doing praise, you're doing praise, praise.
Praise, praise.
Do you see how your tongue is trying to make itself move forward?
Yes, yes.
And that's you know what you've been taught to do for your own language. So it's going to be very difficult. It's going to take a while to train yourself. But just now that you have these ideas in your mind, practice at home when you're reading those R sounds. One day you're going to wake up and it's just going to click. You know. Next word.
Through, through.
One more time.
Through, through.
Take your tongue and push it back. So when you're making that R sound, it shouldn't be sticking out to touch these. It should be back like this.
Okay. Can you say now this word? I will look on you.
Through. I wish I could open my...
No.
Through.
Through.
Much better. Tell your tongue, concentrate on your tongue staying back there. Through.
Through.
Much
Through.
better. Much better. Did you hear that?
But here we have a th sound, so we have to put our tongue in the teeth. That's why I put through.
But that was it. That's right. What you just said was right.
Okay.
What I find is sometimes when you first were reading it, you were saying this through.
Okay.
Next one. Next one.
Offline.
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 Good.
Offline.
And yep, perfect. And that means that you're just not online. So offline sources would be like a newspaper, right? Because you get the newspaper, it's not online.
Not on internet.
Yes, exactly.
Receipt.
Next one. So in the word receipt, do you know what a receipt is?
Yes, check for the service or for the good.
Exactly.
If you go to a store, for example.
Exactly. And we don't pronounce the P. We just say receipt.
Receipt.
Exactly.
Receipt.
Next one.
Numerals.
Do you know what that word means?
Many?
Exactly. So that's actually pronounced numerous.
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 Good. Good. Numerous. Exactly. And audience.
Audience. Audience.
Audience.
A group of people.
Exactly.
You talk to them.
Exactly. Exactly. So audience. So we're just gonna scroll up here. So if you're saying audience, it's not audience. It's only spelt that way.
Audience.
Exactly. And the next one.
With.
So instead of pronouncing that I like E, pronounce it like I. With. Exactly. With.
Reliability.
Reliability.
Oh, sorry, could you repeat?
Reliability.
Reliability.
Good. Reliability. Good. Good. Really, really good. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, going back to screen share. Dimitri.
Okay.
You can start at, I think we're at in 2000.
Okay, in 2000, Google replaced Yahoo's own internal search engine as the provider of supplementary search results on Yahoo. Now, with more than 50% share of the total search market, Google provides search results for numerous search engines on the web.
Okay. Can you please repeat some of those words for me? So let's start with the first one.
Internal.
So the accent, or I guess the stress when you say it, isn't internal, it's internal.
Internal.
So that stress is on the ter, internal.
Internal.
Good. And that just means, basically that just means inside of something, or inside of the operations of Google. So internal. Next one.
Share.
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 One more time.
Share.
So make that A sound. Share.
Share.
I'm hearing shar. So I want it to sound more like a share.
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 Much better, much better. Do you see the little difference? So there's shar, and then there's share. Share. You may have to open your mouth a little bit to make that sound. Share.
Share.
Good. Do you hear the difference a little bit?
Yes.
Good. And the next one.
Market.
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 Market. Good. And the next one.
Engines.
That word is pronounced engines.
Engines.
Engines. Good. Can you go back to that share word?
Share.
So try almost smiling when you say it. So do the share. Share.
Share.
Share. Much better. So practice the difference between that and a sound. A.
A.
A. See, you can do the sound. It's just getting it in with that S with that word. So share. Let me just see if there's something else. Please say that word for me.
Replaced. Replaced.
Yes. So try to stop your tongue from rolling. Again, the beginning of the word is much more difficult than the end of a word. So try getting your tongue to stay back there, to stay back in your mouth, and it will kind of look like this. It'll feel like this. If you can see that. So replaced. Replaced. That tongue is pretty far back.
Replaced. Replaced. Replaced.
One more time.
Replaced.
Much better, much better. So do you see how your tongue wants to kind of be hitting against those front teeth? It wants to roll, but you need to tell it no. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's move to Andre. Hi, Andre.
Hello, yes, I am ready.
Great. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to go back to screen share. And let's go. You have one line on that page, but then it goes on to the next page. So start at Google has.
Google has become all-important to both search engines and search engine optimization specialists alike. The other search engines have a tendency to mimic and algorithmic changes made by Google. Likewise, search engine optimization specialists continually study the changes as well in order to provide their clients with the best search engine rankings.
Okay, great. Thank you, Andre. So the biggest advice I have for you is with the TH sound, you're making the Z sound. So instead of saying there, you're saying there. It should be there. And whenever you see that TH, think of jutting your tongue out of your mouth. There.
There.
Much better. So can you repeat that first word for me?
Has
Please.
become with first word with there.
Oh
with
no,
there?
can you see those words in the chat box to the right?
No,
On
I
your
didn't,
verbally chat?
don't.
You don't see them? Okay, I'll
No,
try
I don't.
posting them in the Google chat. Tell me if you see them now.
Yes, I see. Now I see.
Great.
Engine.
So that is pronounced engine.
Engine.
Engine. It looks like it would be engine, so I understand why most people think it's pronounced engine, but that word is engine. Do you know what an engine is?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good. So yes, engine. Almost like engine.
Engine.
Yeah. For that word, pretend the E isn't there. Okay, and say the next one for me.
Mimic.
So that is one of those words where the I sounds more like an I. Mimic. And do you know what mimic means?
Yes, I guess. Guess maybe it's. I don't know how to explain it.
So that would to mimic something means to pretend to be like something. So if I was to mimic you, well, actually, I'm asking all of you to mimic me. When I say a word, I say mimic me. Repeat the word back to me. Try to mimic the word I'm saying.
Oh,
so
yes,
that means
I
mimic
saw it.
is like to copy.
Okay.
Okay, and so can you say that word one more time?
Mimic.
So try not to get that mimic. It should be mimic. Mimic. Good. Good. And the next one.
Made.
Good. And the next one.
Continually.
One more time.
Continually.
Okay, much better.
Continually.
And now the fun part. Let's do the next word.
There.
Good. So when you're consciously thinking of that TH sound, you're good at it. So just make sure you've always got that in your mind when you're speaking English or reading English. always imagine putting your tongue a little bit outside of your teeth to make that sound, okay?
There. Yes, okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so looks like we still have
My turn.
Omar. Hi, Omar. Okay, your turn. So let's go to the next paragraph down. In 2012.
In 2012, Google had become a one-stop shop for news, trends, information, and online tools for election all around the world. It is the first major internet service company to have all of its US-owned and operated data centers receive ISO 14001 and OHSAS 18001 certification, high standards for environmental.
Oh, Omar, we can't hear you anymore. Omar, did you go on mute?
Where did I stop?
Just the very last line there. So start
I
at
can't
4.
speak. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Certification,
Mm-hmm.
high standard environmental safety.
Work for.
Shall I continue?
No, I want to work on some words with you first. So can you say, I just pasted them in the Google chat, but I'm going to paste them in the Verbling chat. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Can you repeat those words? Let's start with the first one.
Became.
Became, good. So when you pronounced it there, you said become. Good. Next one. Next word.
Okay. Word.
So when you say that,
word.
Okay, world. That word.
Dial is it pronounced or it's silent?
No, that's an L, and that's right. But I want you to pronounce it more like world, not world. Do you see how I wrote in the chat? There, kind of make it sound like that. Say it one more time.
World, you mean?
Yeah. So that's not the correct spelling of the word, but that's how it sounds. It sounds more like world, like W-E-R-L-D, but it's really spelled world. So when native English speakers don't pronounce it that way. We just say world. We don't say world. I know it's a little different, but it makes a difference. Say it one more time.
World. This is the correct world.
World, yes, but you don't need to say, yeah, exactly, perfect. Okay, next word.
World, okay.
And don't worry, Sergi, we'll get to you. I said, don't worry, Sergi, we'll get to you.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, sorry, Omar, continue. So, services.
Okay. Services.
Good, that was good.
And received.
Yep, that's right. And next word.
Certification.
So that's pronounced certi, not certi. Certification.
Certification. Like important, not important. You mean the sound of F instead of E. Certification.
Exactly.
And the last one.
And you'll get used to it.
Okay. The first. Okay. And the last one is workforce.
So that's just like, that is very, very continue. Sorry, that's very, continue. I was reading the word continue. That's very, very similar, that word workforce. You pronounce it like as if it was W-E-R-K. So it sounds like the word I just typed in there, even though that's not the correct spelling. Workforce.
It's pronounced work instead of work. You mean?
So yeah, so we don't pronounce it like, we don't say I was going to work. It's I was going to work. It sounds like that instead of or. Yes.
All right.
Yes. So that's
we
just
have word and work.
Yeah.
When we have W-O, we pronounce instead of saying O, we say work and word. Word.
Yes, in most words, I would say, like for example, when you say worry, you don't say you don't say worry, you say worry. Oh, sorry, worry.
Worry.
You pronounce it like worry. So I'm worried about you. You don't really pronounce the O very strong. So it's more like a soft O. We call it a soft O because
like
you don't make the O
weird. I know.
Hmm?
All right. Worry, work and word.
Yes. So let's try that one again. Just make the O softer.
Workforce.
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 Yep, and try saying it faster. Yeah, workforce.
Okay, workforce. Workforce.
Good, and again with the rolling of the tongue, so I'm just going to show you off of screen share. When you're doing those sounds, you're doing workforce. Your tongue is kind of confused. It's kind of like, what am I doing? Am I rolling? Am I not? So you want that R to just be a strong R. And that means that your tongue is going to look like, if you can see that, it's almost far back. Workforce. Try that.
Workforce.
Do you see what I mean?
Workforce.
Your tongue is very stubborn, and that's okay. It's important to practice. So workforce.
All right.
One more time, Omar. One more time, Omar.
So workforce.
Good, much better. Does anybody want to try that word?
Okay, workforce. Workforce.
Good, so it's much better. It's much better, right? You can see how your tongue is not wanting to listen to what you're telling your tongue to do. So keep practicing. Okay, and now we're at Sergi. We haven't met you yet. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks. I have been following your lesson from the beginning.
Good.
Nice to see you all.
Oh, nice to see you too. Okay, so I'm going to go back to screen share and I'll just get you to start reading the next paragraph. So we're at Google has, so start at there. Google has expanded.
Google has expanded from being solely a search engine to having many useful tools. In 2011, for example, Google launched Google Plus, including Google Plus Hangouts, which has exploded among the public and famous people alike. In fact, after his State of the Union address in 2012, United States President Barack Obama had a Google Plus Hangout to answer questions directly from citizens.
Isn't that cool? That Barack Obama went on a Google Hangout to talk to people in the United States?
It's really cool.
Okay, I would like you to repeat these words I just put in the chat for me, please.
Has, having.
So first, you said has. Sometimes when you're reading, you make that sound almost like has. And I want it to sound like has. As. So has. Has, much better. So try to avoid doing that. So the way you pronounce it was Google has expanded. It should be Google has expanded.
Has.
Good.
Yes.
So these are little things that you speak English well, so now you got to practice those little things, right? Having. One more time.
Having.
Good, much better. Sometimes I put H sounds there because sometimes I see that you have a tendency to do having. having. And the top of your tongue, so not the tip, but the back of your tongue is going up against the roof of your mouth when you say that having. So it's going having, having. But you want that part of your tongue to go down, so it's like this. Having, not having. Do you hear the difference?
Yes, I see the difference, but I have no many practice. Having.
So imagine
having.
flattening your tongue. Flatten your tongue on the bottom of your mouth. Having.
Yes. Having.
Much better. Do you see that?
Yes, yes.
So
Thanks to you, teacher.
Good, I'm glad. So
including.
Okay, when you do the L sound, sometimes I found so sometimes when you read it, you said including, but it should be a very smooth and soft sound. So it's not including, it's including. It's just kind of thrown in there. Including. Very fast. So try that.
Including.
Yep, keep trying. Including.
Including.
You know what you can try doing? Imagine making your tongue skinnier in your mouth. So instead of it being including, when your tongue is wide, try making it almost like it's sticking out. Including.
Including.
Good, so it's getting less like a big sound, right? So instead of including, it's including. One more time.
Including.
Okay, so it's getting better every time you do it, so keep practicing that. And just say the next word for me.
Alike, unlike.
So that was the same L sound, so I want you to say it again, but try making that, instead of it being like alike. Not alike, alike.
Onion.
Good. And that next one there is actually union.
Union.
Yes. So I'm just gonna make sure we're on the right one. So that's union. Exactly.
Union.
Yes. Okay. Has anybody not gone yet? Has anybody not had a chance to go yet?
The last person, I think.
Yes, I'm looking.
From the right.
Zenek, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're here. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna get you to go up to the top because I didn't realize that I didn't have a long enough article. So can you go to the first paragraph that we read? Go to right where I am on my screen share. So start at Google, the leading search engine.
Google, the leading search engine worldwide, was founded in 1998 by Stanford University graduate students Larry Page and Sergey Brin. While at Stanford in 1996, Page and Brin began developing a search engine they eventually entitled Bugger. This search engine was designed to look at the connecting links between the web pages in order to determine a site's authority. In 1998, Page and Brin set up their first data center in Page's dorm.
Okay, thank you so much. Zenek, I just want to tell everybody, I might go over with time just for a minute to make sure that I give Zenek some attention here. So if anybody needs to leave, or that's okay when the time ends. So if I'm going over a little bit. So Zenek, can you please repeat the words that I just posted there in the chat? Actually, before you read them, I'm just going to tell you my general advice. Sometimes when you make that D sound, your tongue is doing something where it's rolled underneath. So your tongue is going like this underneath your teeth. So it's almost like the bottom tip of your tongue is touching the back of your teeth. But it should be the top tip of your tongue. So instead of hearing order to determine, I'm hearing order to determine. Because your tongue is going like this. It's do you see what I mean? So instead of my tongue sticking out where the top of my tongue is hitting the back of my teeth, it's going like this. So the bottom of my tongue is hitting the back of my teeth. And now, when you do that, they all sound like da instead of ta.
Ta.
So why don't you start with the first one there?
University.
One more time.
University.
University. Okay, that was good. Remember, university is one of those I sounds that should be university, not university. One more time?
University.
Okay, good. And the next one.
Larry.
Larry. Good. And I already talked to you about D sounds, so let's move to that next one.
Background.
Nope, the next word there.
No. Developing.
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 Yes, developing. One more time.
Developing.
Good. When you say that developing, it's not developing, it's just developing.
Developing.
Mm-hmm.
Developing.
Yes, and the way that you're pronouncing it does, you're correct in terms of English rules, but it's just the way that people actually speak. It's just for some reason, we pronounce it like just developing instead of developing. Okay? So developing. Next one.
Back rub.
Back rub.
Back rub.
So when you make those R sounds, remember keeping your tongue bunched up in the back of your mouth, and your tongue is going to go like this. Just basically, it's just going to flip back. So like this. Good. So try saying that one again.
Back rub.
Back rub.
Back rub.
Back rub.
Back rub.
Okay, good. Much better. Do you hear that difference?
A little.
A little bit. And those little differences are really important. Next word.
Designed.
Good, good. So sometimes when you're reading, you would pronounce those ED words like you said designed. So you see, so I guess when you're reading, just try to pay attention. When something is supposed to be a verb in the past tense, you don't pronounce it, normally you don't pronounce it with ED like that. So for this particular word, it's designed. So you are correct. And the next part, the next one.
Order to.
Say all three words together.
Order to determine.
So that is order to determine.
Order to determine.
Good. So when you do your D sounds, I want your D to be more sharp because the Ds you're making are kind of what we say muffled. So your D, your tongue is hitting further back on the top of your mouth. So it's hitting here, but it should be hitting almost right up against your teeth. So, sorry, I shouldn't say against your teeth, but those D sounds shouldn't be so far back. And your tongue shouldn't be curved. Your tongue is going like this right now. So you're doing order to determine. Order to determine.
Determine.
But you want your tongue to be more straight. Order to determine.
To determine.
Again.
Order to determine.
Good, and don't forget that R at the end of order.
Order to determine.
Good. Do you see how your tongue is trying to kind of just kind of turn up at the end of it? Order. It's like the bottom of your tongue is hitting the top of your mouth instead of the top of your tongue hitting the top of your mouth. You know? So instead of order with the top of your tip of your tongue. Say it again.
Order.
Again.
Order. Order.
Much better. And then say the whole three words together.
Order to determine.
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 Order to determine.
Order to determine.
Good. So just it's those R's and those D's that would really be important for pronunciation. So especially that word, order. I would try really hard to get that word because that has all of the sounds that are difficult. So order to determine. Let's try that one more time.
Order to determine.
Mm-hmm. Do you find it difficult to tell your tongue to do things it doesn't want to do?
Yes, I'm not used to it.
I know, but remember, your tongue is a muscle. So your tongue will do whatever you tell it to do. Hello? Oh, was somebody talking just now? Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes.
I can
okay,
hear
good.
you.
Sorry about that. So, Zenek, your tongue is a muscle. So just like your muscles in your arm or your muscles anywhere, if you go to the gym and you work out your arms, eventually it'll get better. So the more you try to tell your tongue to do things, the more it'll start listening to you.
Determine.
Yeah, try it again, Maria.
Sorry, I didn't realize that I was that I had my microphone on.
Oh, that's okay. That's good that you're practicing at home. I can see you are too, Natsia. You're practicing too. That's really good.
I would like to practice the word through one more time because I think it's very difficult.
Yep, try it again.
The TH sound and the R sound in combination. Through.
That was perfect. That's perfect. That's good. Yeah, that's really good, right? As long as you're doing those, your tongue is everything here. Your tongue does everything, and the more you train it, the more it's like an athlete, right? Anybody can train their tongue to do it. Anybody can train it. So that was perfect what you just did.
Good.
So Zenek, can you do that last word there?
There.
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 So when you do that, I'm kind of hearing, maybe I'm not hearing right. Can you say it one more time?
There.
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 There. Good. Okay, sorry. I was hearing there. So I don't know. If sometimes, do you ever do that? Do you ever do z instead of th?
I don't know.
Okay, because I think I heard it a couple times. So just pay attention to that when you're reading next time. That you're not doing there or the table. You're saying the table. And the difference is that your tongue is out of your mouth when you make that TH sound. So th. The table.
The table.
Exactly. Okay, well, I think that we're out of time. We're a little bit over time. So I'd like to just thank everyone for coming to my class, and I hope to see you soon. You can follow me on Verbling. If you just go to the video that's on Verbling right now of this, you can just click below Follow Teacher. Or you can follow me on Facebook, which I'll give you the link right now. You can just like my page on Facebook, and I'll start posting which classes I'm doing and stuff. So hopefully I'll see you all again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. See you all another time, hopefully.